While Bitcoin is consolidating in around $18,000, the altcoins are exploding, pumping hard to the upside. Look at this. We have Ethereum up 8%, Litecoin up 6%, XRP up 36%. Look at this. XRP is pumping like crazy. What is going on? Good evening. My name is Chui. This is your trading and investing channel, Blockchain Thunder. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you what is going on with the altcoin market and what is my target prices for all these altcoins. And we're going to do some short-term price analysis and mid-term analysis for Bitcoin price and see what the possibility is for Bitcoin to break the all-time high in the next few weeks. So let's dive right into it. In my last video, I mentioned that the outlook for Bitcoin is bearish because almost every indicator is showing that the price for Bitcoin in the short term is just too high, including the RSI. Right now we are at about 78, and look at the BMX index funding. We have all positive bars, and also the high for RSI is 83.88. The last one is 84.18. So this is basically a bearish divergence. However, the two number is just way too close. So it's just a really minor bearish divergence. So because of this kind of a bearish signal, I have sold some of my Bitcoin for profit. However, I also mentioned that there is one bullish signal at the weekly, which is the BMX index funding. So I said that look at all these pulses. We have a positive pulse, negative pulse, positive one, negative pulse. Right now we're just entering into a positive pulse, and looks like this pulse is pretty strong because the value is pretty high. So in the weekly, it looks like Bitcoin still have a possibility to go on. And today, actually from yesterday, we have from last week, this is last week's candle, another bullish signal just show up on the RSI. So look at the RSI value. Right now we're at about 84. If RSI for weekly chart can get to above 80, that is actually something really bullish instead of bearish. Now let's take a look at the RSI more closely. The RSI below 80 is relatively bearish because there's a high possibility that 80 level can act as a resistance. So there's a high possibility that the RSI can get rejected at about 80 level, just like what happened here. But if the RSI can push through 80 to the upside, there's a high possibility that we are looking at a really huge bull market, just like what happened here. If you take a look at it, this looks like what we are in right now. So you know what happened next. If another push to up 80, another one, until we get to 20,000 level. So that is what happened in the last bull market. And right now we are just right here. So there's a high possibility that we are looking at a really huge bull market right in front of our eyes. If you combine it with the BitMEX index funding, if this pulse can last for another several weeks, the price of Bitcoin can go to the moon, literally go. But of course, a pullback is highly possible because of the really high RSI in both weekly and the daily. If you take a look at the last bull market, every time the weekly RSI surpasses 80, we will have at least 30% pullback. So if I measure it, take a look at here. This is the first one. So this is about, let me check, 29% pullback, and this one is about 34%, and this one is about 33%, and this one about 38%, and this one 40% pullback. So you know what's gonna happen here. We are going to have a huge pullback, but looks like the upside is really unlimited. Now let's take a look at the altcoins. The first one, of course, the start of today, XRP. So if you take a look at what happened today and yesterday and the day before, XRP is having a huge pump. Let's measure. Let's say from here to here. XRP pumped about 178% in 3 days. What is going on? I've been really bullish for the XRP. In my previous video, I mentioned that XRP is going to form an inverse head and shoulder. So this is a head and two shoulders here. And if we pump through this neckline, it's possible that XRP will have a huge pump. This is why I was really bullish about XRP. And if you take a look at the really long-term trend for XRP, if we use the log scale, let's use weekly, you can see what happened last time. So when XRP was here, it has a consolidation, pretty long-term consolidation, and then have a huge pump to about at least about $3, close to $3, yeah. And then we have a huge consolidation for years, and this is how many years was that? About 1043 days. That is close to 3 years of consolidation. And right now we finally have this big pump. So is this pump that we are all waiting for? We don't know yet. We don't know when, how long it will go and how far it will go, but I'm keeping my eyes on it and I'm very excited about it. Now let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is about pumped to about $600 today. So Ethereum has a two double bottom formation, and then it just pumped through this resistance. Right now we are on our way to $800, which is the next resistance. After this resistance, if the bulls can push it through, the next resistance is pretty much the all-time high at about $1,400. So the outlook for Ethereum is also really bullish. And in my previous video, I also mentioned Litecoin. So let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin has a similar formation as Ethereum, but it has more resistance than Ethereum. Right now, we are just trying to push through the first resistance here. And if we can stay above it and use this as support, the next resistance is at about $145, and then next one is at about $181, and next one at about $250, and then $400. So we will have to see what Litecoin can do in this bull market. But right now, almost every altcoins are pumping hard, including Uniswap. Uniswap, last time I mentioned it, we are at about $3 or something. Right now we are at about $4.2, and it looks like there is a high possibility that Uniswap will be pumping like all the other big cap altcoins. Why the altcoins are pumping now? Let's go to the Bitcoin dominance. So this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. If the value is going down, means the money is going from Bitcoin into the altcoins. So we have a big pump for Bitcoin price. A lot of funding was in Bitcoin for the last several weeks. But last week and this week, we can see a rejection right at this resistance for Bitcoin dominance. And this is why the altcoins starts to have a rebound, because there is a lot of money flowing from Bitcoin into the altcoin at the moment. And how long will this decline will go? We don't know. But from the daily, we can see that right now we are at about 36 for RSI. So normally when we have this kind of a decline, there will be some pump back like this and then keep going down. So this looks like it's a really exciting moment for the altcoins. But be aware of this kind of a pump back for Bitcoin, because in this market, nothing goes up forever, nothing goes down forever. So some kind of pullback is possible like this, they go down. And if you take a look at my previous video about the secret signal for the cryptocurrency market, let's recap this secret signal. That is, the cryptocurrency market is a very small market compared to the big ones like the gold and stock market and so on. So there's not enough funding for every coins. So how does the whales pump up the market? Normally they will buy the altcoin first. So this time, right now, what we are seeing, a sea of red, that is the whales are buying up the altcoins first. After a lot of people FOMOing in for the altcoins, the money will flow out from the altcoin, flow back into Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin will keep pumping. And that is the cycle for the cryptocurrency market. Right now, we're at the first stage, which is pumping of the altcoins. So beware of this and start accumulating Bitcoin. If you're in altcoin, convert some of your altcoin periodically into Bitcoin, just in case Bitcoin is starting to pump really hard and then you get caught off guard. So based on this analysis and based on this secret signal and the weekly Bitcoin BitMax index funding, it looks like there's a possibility that Bitcoin will be able to push through this resistance at about $20,000 and make another all-time high in the next month. Because of all this really high RSI and the BitMax index funding positive bars, there is a possibility that a lot of people is waiting for Bitcoin to pull back, but we might not get it because everybody is waiting for this pullback. So there is a possibility that Bitcoin just ignore all these bearish signals and just keep pushing to the upside to about, I don't know, 250 to 25,000 and then start a 30% pullback. That is totally possible. So be careful if you try to short Bitcoin, because if it keeps pumping, your money can get liquidated pretty fast. Now, in my last video, I show you how to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency on PayPal. So PayPal opened this service not long ago, but to sell this cryptocurrency to the user, they have to have a reserve of the cryptocurrency first. So let's see what they are doing now. So this is a recent news. PayPal has bought 70% of all newly mined Bitcoin last month as demand rockets. So now we know what they're doing. To sell all this cryptocurrency to its user, it has to have a pretty large reservoir for this kind of cryptocurrencies. And we know PayPal has 300 million users, so the demand is huge, and it looks like PayPal is just bought like everything from the market to sell it to its user. So this is one of the reasons that Bitcoin is pumping so hard recently, and I think PayPal will keep doing so in the foreseeable future, and this is a huge boost for the cryptocurrency markets. Alright, now let's show you the fear and greed index for the cryptocurrency. Right now we're at 90, extreme greed. So really be careful, because we are at pretty dangerous zones here. You don't know when the price will crash and this fear and greed index will sink down low. If it goes lower than about 82, then we pretty much is looking at another crash for the price. But I don't know how long we can last in this area, but please be really careful when you are trading and don't put everything in at one time, because you can get caught with your pants down. Now let's take a look at gold and silver prices. So this is the gold at the weekly chart. The reason I want to take a look at this chart is because right now gold has formed something interesting. Right now for RSI we are at about 48, and we are at support at the moment. So we have one support here, two support here. Right now this is acting as a support again, and whether it will break through is a two very different scenario. If it bounce back from here, the price can go up. If it break through here, the price will go down. So we'll have to see what happens for the next several days. But if you take a look at the RSI really carefully, you can see that this line acts as a resistance first. We touch it once, twice, breakout, a bounce, and then we are not right now come back to retest this line. So normally when after you retest this line, if we break down to the downside, that would be my favorite trading pattern. But if we bounce off from this line, there is a possibility that the price of gold can go up from here directly. So I don't recommend shorting gold at the moment. And if I move this line, let me move it here like this, and this will be a descending channel, and this is a bullish pattern. If the price can bounce off this line to the upside and then bounce off, this will be really bullish, because this will be a huge bull flag for the gold. So we will have to see what happens next. Now let's take a look at silver. So silver is in the similar shoes. If I move this previous prediction and then we take a look at this line, you can see that we touch once, second time we break through, and then right now we are going down and retesting it. So we'll have to see if the RSI can go down, break through it, or just go directly to the upside. Both of this scenario are valid, and both of them are possible. And I can also move this line like this. So this is also a bullish pattern, also looks like a bull flag. So be careful. Silver and gold can starting to pump pretty soon. Now let's take a look at the stock market. Let's start with the Dow Jones. So since this huge pump after the election day, we have a huge gap here, and for this 2 weeks we haven't come back and fill this gap, which means this is really bullish for the stock market. If it keeps consolidates above this gap, there is a high possibility that the stock market can go to the upside pretty soon. And if I remove this, so this is the huge gap, and if the price keep consolidating here, there's a high possibility that the stock market will also rock higher in the near term. For S&P 500, we can see that last time after election day, we blast through this all-time high, and then right now we just come back and retesting it, and right now we are pumping back above the last all-time high. So this looks pretty bullish, because this looks pretty bullish if the price action can stay above this last all-time high. There is a possibility that S&P 500 can make another all-time high in the next several months. And the next one is Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is relatively weak in the 3. We have several red candles, but right now we are still below the last all-time high here. But the good thing is, if you look at this symmetric triangle, we are still above it at the moment. If we can keep it above this line, that will be really bullish for the Nasdaq. Now the question is for you. What do you think of the cryptocurrency market? And what do you think of the gold and silver? And what do you think of the stock market? Which one are you in? Which one do you think is more bullish? Do you think the Bitcoin price will outrun the stock market next year? And do you think the gold and silver can make higher high next year? Jump down to the comment section and let me know. Alright, so that is the update for all the market. So everything is pumping and I'm happy. Thank you guys so much to come back to the channel. My name is Chui. This is your trading and investing channel, Blockchain Thunder. And if you like my content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe so that I can bring you up-to-date information. I wish you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.